because Troy was way faster coming into it.
Yep, and look at Torrey not backing up. Oh! He backed it off just a little.
Well, he would have had to go around the outside of Dad, and that's not going to work. So
I don't know. When you've got your dad behind you, you can throw yourself in front of his boat. He's going to do what he needs to get you out of, not hit you.
Yeah, well, there's
Besides
that.
the fact that he loves you, he also has to pay the medical bill. So trust me.
And fix the boat.
All right. Out in front, Seth Nema making a Nema for himself here in St. Augustine. Now look at that. Torrey Snyder going to the outside. Torrey, the only one to take the Joker boy so far. Great decision on his part. Because if he can move up and be tight with the two in front, they still have to take the Joker boy. That opens up the opportunity for him to take over the lead. Look at this. He goes to the outside. Dad goes to the inside. Nema is on the outside. Seth's going to be here first. Let's see what happens with Torrey. Oh, Troy letting Torrey get by.
Something happened out there with Troy.
Yeah.
Something just happened.
Yeah,
he's coming in.
Yeah, no power.
Something just let go. Something happened. I don't know what that was. But he just went from full power to limp mode.
Sounds like a clutch to me.
Supercharger clutch. Yamaha supercharger clutch. What was that again? They've never been known to have a problem, have they?
No. I'm just cyclically connected to his boat. Seth Nema.
Oh, he's just going to come in.
So look at this. Torrey Snyder coming with a head of steam. And Seth takes it, but they are side by side now. Let's see what Torrey does. He's just got to ride. He has got to jump inside and outside of that pump way because Seth Nema do everything he can to be close and try and drive by him on that back straightaway. Let's see how I expect him to catch Seth as they come back around to the far left-hand side of the court.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been really impressed with Seth Nema today. I mean, he's really riding well.
Oh, he's driving exceptionally well.
I am blown away because Torrey has just been absolutely almost untouchable, and Seth's done a great job in Moto number 2 or Moto number 1, and again here in Moto number 2, or this is Moto number 3.
Oh, look at Torrey. Torrey is just lit up. I must say, though, he's going to have to take the makeup boy this trip. He had a little sky shot over one of those. And, Seth stuck it, and Troy almost got by.
Troy.
I said Troy? Troy, sorry.
It's impossible.
Yeah, I know Troy.
It's impossible. I think Seth may have had a problem with the buoy too. I'm not sure, but we'll see if either one of them go to the makeup, and that'll tell the story because these guys are experienced.
Ooh, look at
that
charge.
My goodness gracious!
Oh, Torrey's getting a rhythm. Here he goes. Makes the pass and does what he needs to do.
Goes to the makeup buoy. Nice job by Torrey Snyder.
Halfway flags are out. Race 16.
Very smart
ski
racing.
4-stroke stock, ski 4-stroke superjet. You guys are up next.
Really, really smart racing by Torrey Snyder. He's conscious of the fact that he made a mistake, had a problem with the buoy, went to the makeup buoy, did everything absolutely right, and that is a big part of this game of racing.
Man, what a great race we're having here for first.
It really is.
Seth Nema just fantastic out front. Torrey Snyder, the up-and-coming young pro rider.
Man.
He's won everything so far this year. 2 races. Let's see what happens.
Definitely the young gun of runabout racing here in pro watercross. Torrey Snyder, really impressive.
Oh, yeah, no question. Nema, too.
Nema's ridden the best race I've seen him race today.
Yeah,
this has been his best day that I've seen.
He is driving that big Yamaha hard. And he's not making it easier for Snyder.
Well,
I
said neither one of them is going to go to the inside, doesn't look like.
Oh, no.
Because it is way slower in my estimation.
Oh, Torrey's in a great position to set up. Oh, he's doing another one.
Huh.
I don't know.
He's leaving nothing to the imagination.
Well, I'm assuming he missed one, or he thought he did.
He must have at some point.
It's better to take that than not.
I didn't notice it on that last lap, did
neither
you?
did I.
No. But he did. So,
boy,
he's still got a shot at this thing.
Oh, yeah, he is. Buoy to buoy, he is accelerating well. Seth gets him on the wide open straightaways. He's able to distance him just a little bit. I think Torrey has more acceleration, buoy to buoy, but Seth's got greater top speed.
And this is for the overall in Pro-Am runabout box stock right here. Oh, and there goes Torrey.
Yep.
Torrey getting by Seth Nema and taking over the lead here for the win in Pro-Am runabout box stock. And if he can hang on to this lead, that's going to put him on top of the podium, Kurt.
Frankly, he could finish behind him and still beat him, based on the math. 4-5.
True.
But that's a lot less exciting than Torrey Snyder just made the pass. He's got 3 more laps to go. If he can hold on, he will be your overall champion yet again this year. Unofficially. Well, you know, he is winning.
I'll tell you what, for having 2 riders out there, this is really a good race.
Right?
Well, it was until Torrey got a what? What did I miss?
Yeah, Troy came over. He's sitting in a lounge chair with a adult beverage right now.
His day is over.
He's like, got the whole shot, showed I could do it. You guys go ahead.
Yes.
Gotta love it. Oh, man, look at Torrey. He is starting to pull away from Seth now.
A little bit. Seth is working hard behind him.
Yeah, no,
looking for an opening, hoping for a mistake.
I'm talking youth versus experience. Torrey is out in front. He's got that 18-year-old body all jacked up on adrenaline. And Seth Nema.
Well, Seth is all of 25 years old. That's not exactly ancient.
Well, he's a third older than Torrey, if that makes any sense to you.
You were digging deep for that one.
No, I was just trying to do the math.
Oh, good racing. Right, Richard? Yeah. Richard Ignacio, Maverick, live stream 24/7. The Wizard of Oz behind the operation here. When you look behind the curtain, there's
no doubt. What an accurate description.
That's Maverick behind the curtain. When Toto pulls the curtain back, it's Maverick at the controls at the lever of the JetTrim live stream this year. The Wizard of Oz, Maverick. And it's amazing what this guy does. I cannot keep up with his technology. He's got so much going on. He tries to explain it to me, and it's like I feel like a third grader listening. Although a third grader would probably know a lot more these days.
Yeah, he looks over you and just shakes his head.
Yeah, he does a lot of that.
It's called the internet, Rick.
All right, up next, race 16, ski 4-stroke Skok and skis 4-stroke Skok Superjet. And checkered flag comes out. And it's Torrey Snyder with the win here in Moto 3 and the overall today in Pro-Am runabout box stock.
Yeah, what a great job by Torrey out there and Seth Namey. I tell you, Seth, I'm just so impressed with. And we'll look for those two to battle next week in Panama City.
Dialed in like we were at Naples. You know, I mean, it's hard to go from something that we had just so right, and then, you know. Yeah. The jet skis were really. Yeah. Well, yeah, and then, you know, moving this and moving that, and, you know, there's a lot of variables to this equation today. But nonetheless, hey, we made it through the deck. Yeah, we're on time, good. Yeah. You know, I'm starting to do a little. Pretty tighten up. I think what's going to have to happen against tonight is he has to get off the ground. Yeah. So we'll do all that, but we have to take our speed. Yeah, we normally take the speakers in, and that's easy.
All right, here we go. Moto number 1 of ski 4-stroke stock,
With the speakers in the back.
combined with ski 4-stroke
Yeah,
stock
and
Superjet, which is the new Superjet.
All we need is a pop-up thunderstorm middle.
Yep, that one with a couple more cylinders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or actually,
You know
only
how
one
rain
more
down.
cylinder, to be accurate.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and ski 4-stroke stock on the number 4 out of Syracuse, Indiana, riding the Kawasaki, sponsored by Ignite, Jet Pilot, Bullet Racing, and Z-Force, Z-Kind.
Number 44 out of Syracuse as well on the, well, this is stock, so it's not a Bullet. It's Camden Powell on the Kawasaki.
And on the number 51 Cowie, David Cabrera. On the 85 out of Biloxi, Gary Hopkins. On the 85D, Dustin Higdon, the 115 of Connor Ritchuk. And in ski 4-stroke stock Superjet 627, Jonathan McCreary.
Wow, Cabrera with a great start out in front. David Cabrera on the 51, Kawasaki out in front.
He got a drive. Looks like Camden Powell
He's-
on the outside.
Yeah, he's going to the inside split. It's Zeke Kime, I believe, number 4 on the outside split.
You are right, sir. That is Zeke Kime.
Zeke making the turn on the front straightaway, and man, that inside split is just way slower.
Brutally, but I'll tell you what, Zeke Kime is not slow on that SXR 1500. Cabrera in second.
And then Jonathan McCreary?
I believe so, on that 627 in the third spot. No. Yeah, Jonathan McCreary on that new 4-stroke Superjet. Kind of stretching his legs a little bit.
Well, he did very well in the Veteran Ski GP class on an SXR 1500. So he's got a couple of nice toys out there.
Yeah, he does. Zeke Kime out in front. Zeke coming around. He's going to take the outside split course. As does second, third, and fourth.
Really hard to see that number on the third place boat.
Yeah.
It's just like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, and no different color background either.
115. There we go. Got it.
It
Connor
is
Ritchuk. Yep.
Oh, Connor got a new wrap on that thing.
Yeah. So Connor doing good in third. Oh, and Cabrera goes down off the boat.
Oh, that thing shot out from underneath him too.
So he's all by himself out in the watercourse marshal on top of the scene immediately. Getting back to his ski.
That's going to move Ritchuk into that second position now.
Well, yeah, these new Superjets are definitely going to have to be in a class by themselves because they're just not going to.
They're getting whooped.
Yeah, they're not going to compete with the Kawasaki SXR head to head.
Not without some changes for sure.
And not in stock anyway.
Right.
Not in stock.
Wow, Cabrera's still down. I believe that's Cabrera.
Yes, it is. He's back on the ski trying to get the fire lit and get back underway, but yeah.
Oh, there he goes. All right.
It's unfortunate, but there's such a difference between the Kawasaki and the Yamaha stand-up 4-strokes that they can't. I don't see how they could be in the same class in stock for sure.
Not for the win.
And why else would you race?
Zeke Kime doing a great job out there, coming all the way from Syracuse, Indiana. He got the whole shot, and he has, I was going to say he hasn't looked back, but actually I have seen him look back a couple times. No, properly. When he came around, you could look over and just see the other side, make sure nobody's right there with him. He is hitting and getting.
So Connor Richuk now in second behind Kime.
Connor love nothing more to ascend to the top of the podium here. Like to have a all Richuk podium going on there.
Absolutely. Could happen. So Ski 4-stroke stock is now all SXR Kawasaki's. Obviously. And Yamaha's got their own class. And so it never ends.
Yeah. Well, David Cabrera tried to unlap himself. So he goes by. Gary Hopkins going by on the 85. Oh!
That's
Jonathan
McCreary.
McCreary, yeah.
Yep.
Doing a quick water test there.
On his Yamaha Superjet 4-stroke.
I feel like they should be called something other than Superjet.
Yeah?
Like 4Jet or Super Play or Jet 4.
Okay.
All right, halfway flags are out. Race 17, you are up next.
You
Sport
bet.
Stock Moto 3. Here they go. David Cabrera. Wow, Cabrera's he's setting fast lap times as he tries to unlap himself. He's already over on the far right-hand side of the course, moving away from McCreary and Zeke Kime.
Halfway flags out. Zeke Kime representing the Syracuse Mafia down the front straightaway one more time. In the lead, boat number 4. Zeke on that Ignite Fuel Kawasaki SXR 1500. Looking real good here today in Ski 4-stroke stock.
Yeah, he is. You know, the question of the day is now, is anybody else going to win a hole shot award in Ski GP?
Well, we got one more to go.
Final opportunity coming up a little later.
One more to go, and we'll see what happens. But right now, it's been all Mott's on the Ignite Fuel hole shot.
Richuk getting by lappers, trying to move up into first spot. Zeke Kime's been out front and solid the whole time. But Connor Richuk, a young man from High Point, North Carolina, would love nothing more than to get by Zeke at the line. Cabrera coming through, trying to unlap himself. Far right-hand side. Zeke Kime on that Kawasaki SX R1500. And behind him, Connor Richuk on the Yamaha.
All right, Zeke, one more time down the front straightaway. And Richuk is catching him.
Yes, he is.
He is right there knocking on his door, and man, he is closing the gap. He came from a long way down to start catching Zeke here. Came from a long way down.
Yes, he did.
Man, he is looking good now.
He's got at least 3 more laps.
Yeah.
2.5.
He's got an opportunity here to take the win here in Moto number 1. And look at what's Zeke drifted way outside, it looks like. It looks like Connor may be able to, side by side onto the back straightaway.
Oh, he stuffed it. He was right there, and just overcooked it slightly.
It seemed like Zeke really opened the door for Connor by swinging out wide there, but came in hard, made that drive onto the back straightaway, and maintained that lead.
Yeah, I think he extended it just a little. Oh, Zeke bobbling. If Connor can keep that shorter haul Superjet close in the split course, he might be able to do something.
So we're keeping an eye on our flagger. It looks like that white flag is about to come out for Zeke Kime. And now Richuk drops back, about 10 boat lengths after that last exchange. And it's going to be white flag, 1 lap to go for our leader, number 4, Zeke Kime out of Syracuse, Indiana. And this is a workout out here for these racers today, Kurt.
I'll tell you what, it's making me tired just watching them.
I know it.
Look at Richuk. Richuk putting everything he's got left into this last lap. Zeke out in front, cutting. Oh, he's leaving a little bit of opening there on these buoys. Maybe the way that he needs to ride that SXR 1500, but Here comes Connor. Connor staying out of the pump wash until they get to the corner.
Well, Connor catches him over here on this left side of the course, and the right side Zeke pulls away. To a degree, and that seems like what's taken place the last couple of laps at any rate.
I agree. I'll tell you what, though, Richuk has got the possibility to get up underneath him. Oh, there's not. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was a lapped rider. It's one of. It is a lapped rider who does the right thing and moves over. That was
gets
McCreary.
Completely out of the way.
Very sportsmanlike.
Yeah, good job. And it looks like it's going to be Zeke taking the checkered flag.
Wire to wire, Zeke Kime.
Moto 1 winner here. We got 2 more to go tomorrow for this class.
Connor Richuk, a strong second place finish.
And Jonathan McCreary is going to take the win and ski 4-stroke stock Superjet.
He was dominant in that class.
He was. Okay, here we go. Third and final moto, sports stock, and this should be a good one. We got Devin Farthing with the first and a second in the first 2 motos. We've got Revin Harris with a fourth and a first, and then Dusty Burry with a second and a third. So those are our top 3 placers coming into this final moto, and behind them, it's a little bit of a drop back in points.
Matt Johnson's back there with 8. Sammy Nemi's got 10. Sam Tyre's got 16. 15 for Talon Farthing. So really, it's Devin, Dusty,
And Revan going for it here. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look on the line. Number 13 out of Davie, Florida, Sammy Nemi.
On the number 86 out of Dawsonville, Georgia, Rex Hayes.
And number 86 also out of Dawsonville, Georgia, Wyatt Hayes.
On the number 95 out of Davie, Florida, Ken Waddle.
Number 99 out of Minocopee, Florida, Matt Johnson.
On the number 100 out of Gilbert, Arizona, Revan Harris.
Number 110 out of Bradenton, Florida, Tori Snyder.
On the 116 out of Ackworth, Georgia, Devin Farthing.
201 out of Delray Beach, Florida, Christopher Landis.
The 222 of Tom Keller out of West Park, Florida.
Number 331 out of Jacksonville, Florida, Sam Tyre.
On the 521 out of Ackworth, Georgia, Talon Farthing.
And 999 out of Avon Park, Florida, Dusty Burry. Here we go. Moto number 3, Sports Stock. All right. Okay. One quick note before we start this final moto. All the tents need to be off the beach after the races are over today. And please, 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 of course, pick up all the trash. If not just yours, others you see, grab it. Let's keep this place cleaner than when we got here today. Thank you.
As always.
And awards are going to be 30 minutes following the conclusion of the final moto today, of which we've got 3 more, 17, 18, and 19. So Pro-Am awards will be 30 minutes following the final moto. Anything else they need to know, Kurt? The awards will be right here below the tower at the podium, which I assume is below the tower. All right, here we go. Let's shake this place.
Sports Stock on the line, ready to go. Moto number 3, the final moto. We are crowning a champion here, folks.
Keep an eye on Revan Harris right in the middle of the gate, number 100, as he gets a solid start. Not good by any stretch.
Devin Farthing going to take the whole shot on the outside. He's got enough of a drive to keep it there. Farthing going to be the one to watch as they come around. Remember, he won Moto 1 and Moto 2 handily, and right now he is charging hard on the outside. Devin Farthing.
222 on the inside split.
Tom Keller.
That doesn't look like Keller to me, but I could be wrong.
Well, we'll get a much better view because he's out front, or is that the 990 of Dusty Burry?
The boat's 222, but that does not look like Tom Keller riding. Could be mistaken, but it does not look like it to me. If somebody knows who that is for sure, please come up here and let us know. And Farthing goes inside. 222 makes a mistake, and Farthing just carves a deep corner inside of 222 to take over the lead. Beautiful racing move by Devin Farthing.
Yeah, that was just an immediate reaction. He did not have to think about it. Muscle memory told him dive in. He did. He's got the lead. Devin Farthing in the catbird seat. He's won both of the prior motos. He's out in front. Vegas, Devin Farthing is your man.
Well, Devin Farthing is out in front, 222 in second, and then a hard-charging number 100, Revan Harris, is in third place. Let's keep an eye on 100 because he has the ability and the speed to catch the two riders in front of him. Whether he can do it or not is another question because Devin, when out in front, is a very, very tough customer.
Yeah. Farthing has not been headed this year. Once he's been out in front, he hasn't been passed. And Farthing is extending his lead, Rick Lake.
Pulling
Keller
out just
second.
a little bit over 222.
Look at the battle over here. Sammy Nini is riding like a man possessed. Nini has been cutting through traffic, forcing his way in there.
That's
and he is
Nimi
just,
that's Nimi and Tori Snyder that were going at it
yeah.
on that right-hand side coming off the split section and onto the front straightaway.
Devin Farthing making the right-hand turn, headed out to the back section of the course. He's got a lead. My advice to Devin, take the Joker buoy now. It's clean water. Get out there. Make it happen. And he does.
Devin going straight out for that Joker buoy. Going to maintain his lead. No problem whatsoever as Revan Harris goes the same direction. So they both get it out of the way. And that leaves 222 in second, however, still has to take that Joker buoy.
Well, Keller's not in a bad position. If he can maintain his lead over Revan Harris to the next time through, he will be able to take the Joker buoy and stay in front of Revan. However, if he lets Revan get any closer, he's not going to be able to make that move.
Yeah, I didn't think that was Tom Keller, 222. That's Matt Johnson. Thank you very much. Yeah, I watching him ride, I knew that wasn't Keller. That is Matt Johnson on 222. Now we know. That makes a lot more sense. And now we're set for this battle as it is Farthing, Matt Johnson, and then Revan Harris in third. And then looks like Ken Waddle charging now. He's in fourth and trying to catch up to the three in front of him.
Revan Harris is on the move. He has been making spectacular decisions as they've gone through traffic. He's going inside, outside to stay out of the pump wash. Devin Farthing is way out in front. It's his race to lose, no question about it. But Revan Harris, and now, here we go.
Yeah,
Matt Johnson. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, Matt Johnson takes the Joker buoy out there, drops him back into third, puts Harris into second. Now Harris with an opportunity to try to chase down Devin Farthing if possible. That's a very, very tough task, but Revan Harris is up to the task. He can really ride those blasters, on a level with Devin Farthing. They are pretty close to each other in my estimation.
Yeah, these two have battled last year as well, and they're good friends off of the track. They help each other out. Revan making a long trip to come out here, but I just did the math. I mean, reality is Revan could win, and Dustin could be finished behind him and still have a little bit of a cushion for the overall. Farthing making the turn. Heading now towards the back portion of the course. Revan Harris right there.
Yeah, Revan's 16 years old, out of Arizona, basically part of the Commander team. There, he gets support from Commander, and definitely an up-and-coming young rider in the sport at that age. And he is fast, both on a GP ski as well as obviously here in this sport class on that Wave Blaster.
Yeah, well, both are front runners right here, under 20 years old. Third place, Matt Johnson, 38 years old. So as this moto rolls on, expect these two young riders to start stretching it out. And Dustin Farthing is doing that just now. He is starting to open up a lead over Revan Harris. He looks over his shoulder. He sees him right there. I know. He looks back again. Yeah, Devin's thinking this race is getting close to final. He's looking for that 2 lap to go sign. Has not seen it yet, Rick.
Devin's 17 years old, Revan's 16, both going at it, both in the same league. You know, they're both lean and fit, very, very fast, obviously talented riders with a heck of a lot of race laps underneath their belt by now at this young age. And, you know, racing in the youth classes, the juniors, really gives these riders a huge edge as they mature into the regular adult classes. And now these two young riders are already dominant in a class that was not too long ago dominated by guys quite a bit older.
Well, one of those guys out there right now in the fourth spot, Ken Waddle. Waddle's got Dusty Burry. Now remember, Ken Waddle, 50 years old. Burry, 38 years old. These are the old men of the group, oddly enough. And Waddle had a great finish earlier today. He's doing everything he can to keep Dusty Burry, the Avon, Florida Sea-Doo rider, behind him.
And let's take a look over on the right-hand side of the course now. Coming on in the front straightaway, here comes Farthing, and here comes Harris. Harris charging hard now behind Farthing as they make their way past our starter. Halfway to go here in moto number 3 of sports stock. And it is all Farthing and Harris going at it tooth and nail here for all the marbles in St. Augustine.
Yeah, Matt Johnson got stuck behind another rider. The front two able to leave our third place rider. He's doing everything he can to try and join the fray with them. Meanwhile, coming up from behind, Ken Waddle with Dusty Burry in tow. And Waddle starting to stretch it out. Impressive rides for Ken Waddle today.
Yeah, so even if, you know what, really, Devin is in the driver's seat here, because even if he were to get second place behind Harris, he would still take the overall here today in sports stock. Of course, he's not going to let that happen if he can help it.
Well, he may not have a choice. Revan Harris on the far right-hand side of the course. He has got Devin Farthing in his sights. Farthing heading to the outside section, and Revan going to the inside. You knew he'd try it eventually. Devin tearing up the outside. Look at Farthing. He saw Revan going inside. He is attacking that outside course. Farthing just made his quickest lap through that outside split, knowing Harris was trying to make a move.
Well, Harris didn't lose too much time in that inside split, fortunately for him. I thought it was a bad move for him to go to the inside, but you know what? Why not try it? You know, he's got some distance to make up, and he gave it a shot, but yeah, that hasn't been working all day on the inside split, so I think he'll stick to the outside from now on, I would imagine, but you never know.
I will tell you what, if Dustin hadn't charged that thing the way he did this lap, believe me, this was his fastest time through that outside split course.
Dustin?
He saw Revan coming and was not going to back off. I think any other lap, Revan might have met him side by side on the front straightaway.
Yeah, Revan should have stayed on that outside split. It's just proven to be faster here this afternoon, and we will see what happens.
Lap rider in front, our leader, Dustin Farthing, makes the pass. What's Harris going to do? Harris has that lapper in front of him.
Devin Farthing looking really good. Not Dustin. Oh, it's hard to shake that, I know.
Yeah, battles all the way around this course.
Absolutely, but really this has been Devin Farthing's day in sports since the first moto of the day. He has really been on top of his game, and it looks like he is going to finish that way here in sports stock with an overall win. If he can maintain, even a second place is going to give him the overall here. But he's maintaining that lead, doing a nice job of keeping a hard charging Revan Harris behind him. But Harris is not through yet.
I was going to say, I was watching Devin this time through, and you can see his helmet starting to bob up and down. The shoulders are dropped down. He is tired. That is one tired young man. He's led this class every lap of every moto so far, and Revan Harris is the closest anyone's been to Devin Farthing today. The final half a lap to go. Farthing continues to lead. Harris is right there, Rick. And we've got two lap riders in front of him. Which way are you going to go if you're out there?
Well, you got to stick to the outside split for sure because the inside's just slower, so there's no sense in doing that. You just got to do the best you can and hope for a mistake by Farthing here, and that's not going to happen. Devin Farthing has been on top of the game. Farthing went inside. I'm sorry. Well, that was a mistake.
Harris is on the outside.
That was a mistake.
It's going to be close. Robin digs in deep.
See what a difference that inside is? Oh, my goodness gracious. He hung on to win, but see the difference in that split? So much slower on the inside. I don't know what he was thinking about on that last lap. Even having said that, it wouldn't have cost him the overall, but still.
Not at all. And to be honest, Devin was riding relaxed. I said he was tired, but he was looking around he had the points. He knew it before he started the race, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No question about it. But, you're 17 years old. You're not too concerned about some of that strategy. You just want to be out in front. You know how it is. You just want to win.
That was true of some of these front runners last year. These kids have so much experience, Rick, not like,
I don't know.
Early on in their careers.
You just want to dominate and crush everybody. That was my outlook. I just want to stomp your head into the ground.
You're so mean.
Hey, when you're racing, you're racing.
I want to win, but I want us all to get a trophy.
I want to crush everybody and send them home crying.
Well, Revin Harris doing everything he can right now. He is making the final charge up the front straightaway. He got in front of Devin Farthing. 2 laps to go, and Farthing stops. I think he pulled the lanyard. I'm wondering if Devin is having an issue now.
Now that could be a problem, obviously. Sammy's having a little bit of a problem. Looks like maybe just a lanyard. Hard to say for sure.
His hand went up in the air. I think that thing's done.
Yeah, it might be. Might be a mechanical.
Oh, we got it going. All right, good. Nothing good about being at the end of the front straightaway near the final laps. All right, Revin Harris extending his lead.
Well, Devin doing everything he can to make this exciting, right? Isn't he?
And Revin Harris is on fire. If you look out here.
Well, if Revin stays out in front, which looks to be a pretty safe bet, and Devin loses a position, Revin takes the overall. If Devin finishes below second, it's going to put Revin on top of the podium. White flag coming out for Revin Harris. So 1 lap to go for number 100 out of Gilbert, Arizona. A fine young rider. Love watching him race out here. And
here comes Farthing. Devin Farthing in that second position. If he stays there, he wins the overall for the day. And he'll be leading the national tour in this class.
And it's Matt Johnson that could spoil it for Devin if somehow Matt Johnson on that 222 in third right now, the yellow C2HX could get by Devin on this last lap. I seriously doubt there's a chance of that happening, but
I don't know.
A mistake by Devin could cost him dearly.
I don't think it's a mistake. I think Devin's having some issues with that boat.
You do?
I really do.
It's possible. We've seen it
a
million times. So you never know.
So half a lap to go. Dustin Farthing needs to make that watercraft about 8 to 9 feet wide.
Or Devin. Dustin was really good at it too.
Yes, he was.
He might have been the best at it. One of them. He made it real wide. A lot of people having a good time here in St. Augustine, clearly. And here we go, checkered flag out. And the win's going to go to Revin Harris, boat number 100 out of Gilbert.
Second overall in this moto going to Dustin Farthing. Unofficially, he will win the overall for the weekend and lead the National Tour standings. In third, Matt Johnson with a great ride once again. And Dusty Burry going to come home in the fourth position. Folks, I just want to let you know we've had a few people come up looking for the Pro Watercross official gear. We're not selling it here today. Come and see us next week at Panama City Beach, and we'll have our full complement of gear available for sale there. Now the sports stock, junior sports stock combined class, race 18, headed to the line on the number 14 Yamaha out of Phoenix, Arizona, sponsored by Commander Industries, Blosian Team Faith, Caden Webster.
Boat number 36 out of Naples, Florida, on the Yamaha, Jax Hayden.
On the double six out of Bonita Springs, Florida, Kawasaki mounted, Jason Sahagian.
Number 501 out of Nottingham, Pennsylvania, riding for Donald's Pumps, D&D Golder Well Service. Good to see him back. Devin Golder.
On the 913 Yamaha out of Denver, North Carolina, sponsored by Champion Power Sports, Charlie McGuinn.
And in junior sport stock 13 to 15, $6.99 out of Bonita Springs, Florida, riding for Horan Homes LLC and Color Concepts on the Kawasaki. That is Keegan O'Connell, and I doubt that's a Kawasaki he's on.
Right. Sports stock Kawasaki, I hear X2. And I think we both know the last rider to officially would have been Brenda Burns' husband. There we go. There's another test. All right, race 18, novice sports stock on the line. The race director says, let's make it happen. Fire them up. And they're off. Is that a number 14 out there? Looks like Devin Golder out of Nottingham on the outside. Is that Caden Webster?
Yeah, that's 36 Jax Hayden on the inside split. And okay,
yeah, Devin Golder on the 501 on the outside.
I think we got somebody going. I think they're making up their own course out there on the outside split.
They're innovative.
There's a blue buoy in that you might want to think about.
Yeah, next time.
Wow.
Looks like somebody pulled the lanyard, got it going again. Going to stay in second position.
Number 14, Caden Webster out in front on that Commander Blaster.
Followed by Jax Hayden and then Devin Golder on the 501.
Caden flying out in front. Continues to roughen up. Tide continues to go out here.
Webster starting to put the pedal to the metal. Caden Webster out of Phoenix, Arizona, only 14 years old. He is leading this novice sport stock moto number 1. Webster going a little deep there on that outside split.
He's got some pressure from Jax, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Jax knows how to apply the pressure, too. He'll stay back there biting at your heels, keeping the pressure on. Jax Hayden on that white number 36. Boy, Caden Webster riding strong out there. As the laps are building up over the weekend, he has gotten faster and faster.
Absolutely looks very comfortable on that Blaster.
Yeah, these two are battling out in front. Third place, Devin Golder he's losing ground right now, I'll tell you.
Novice sports stock. This is moto number 1. They'll complete their second and third motos tomorrow.
Man.
Well, Webster goes out and takes the Joker buoy right now early on, and it looks like Jax may get by. Yep, gets by him just a bit. Barely got by going into the split, and look at Caden charging back.
Oh man.
He wants to retake that position. Well, he's going to have an opportunity, but he's going to have to race smart and stay close to Jax here until Jax has to go out and take that Joker buoy.
That's all he's got to do is stay close. But he's got to stay a lot closer than he is now.
A little bit. I was just thinking that. He does. He can't let Jax get away because that will cost him the race.
Halfway flags are out. That means it's time to start lining up for our final moto of the day, Pro-Am Ski GP, moto number 3. Devin Golder is all over that C2HX.
He is.
Devin Holder, not Dustin Holder. I know.
Oh, man. Jax now opening up that lead. And the laps winding down here in St. Augustine. What a beautiful Saturday for pro watercross.
Absolutely beautiful. So Caden Webster, I see him looking down at his boat a lot. I'm wondering if there isn't a little issue. Because he was right there. He was running the pace.
Yeah.
He was out in front of Jax. And even when Jax got by at the Joker buoy, he was still right there. But now it just seems like he can't get the top speed out of that thing.
Beautiful Vilano Beach here in St. Augustine. Great setting.
Gorgeous.
Pro Watercross. Great setting for anything. Just beautiful, beautiful beach here in northeast Florida. We're just a little south of Jacksonville. And just a gorgeous place, to say the least.
Well, Devin Golder making a push on Caden Webster now. I mean, this is, it had been Caden's race to lose. He was way out in front. And then once Jax got by, seemed like that machine slowed down. And as I said it, Devin Golder gets off the HX. He is trying everything he can to get on. That boat is sideways, and they are difficult to remount in the rough water.
Oh, don't tell me about that. Been there, done that.
Yes, we all
And
have.
don't ask what I was doing on an HX to begin with, but I did race one at one time and made them, I don't want to say mistake, but an endurance race of all things.
I saw that boat in the Smithsonian with your name on it. A one time in history. And look, he still can't get back on the thing.
He
might have had it.
That's how I felt.
Right. I felt that
For
exact
100
same way.
miles of racing, I felt that.
Well, Jax Hayden starting to lap up into the field on the white flag lap. A half a lap to go for him. Unfortunately, Devin Golder was in that third position, but it's going to take a village to get him back on that HF.
Well, you're in the water. You reach up from the side and grab the handlebars up, from the side. You're in the water, and you have to hold it wide open, and it comes underneath of you, and you have to pull yourself up and on. Well, at the beginning of the day, the first time you do it,
it's easy.
No problem. You get to the end of the day, or you've been racing, you get out there in those conditions, and you're worked. Oh, man.
It's like, you know what? I'm just going to leave this thing here. I'll buy a new boat.
I said to myself after about the third time I ate it in this endurance race, I go, whatever you do, do not get off again. Do not crash or anything, because you'll never get back on this thing. Man, I was dying. Oh, good times.
Jax Hayden making the turn. He's had a great ride on this boat today. How about a round of applause for Jax as he comes through as your Moto 1 winner.
Nice ride by Jax Hayden today. Moto 1, you got it, Kurt.
Second overall, Caden Webster still on the outside split. He's got some company here. We'll see what happens. Lapper in front of him. All Caden's got to do is keep that thing wide open to the checkers. He's got some company coming up from behind him. I don't know if Caden knows he's there.
Well, he's going to make it, but wow, made it interesting, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, put a thrill in that second position.
Good job, Caden.
In behind. All right, final race of the day. Race 19, Pro-Am Ski GP, Moto number 3. Folks, want to let you know, a half an hour after we finish this race, we will have our award ceremony down here. So please don't go too far. 30 minutes after the end of the race, we'll have awards. All right, Dustin Matsouras got the whole shot at Moto 1, kept it till the end. Moto number 2, he did the same thing. Tyron Matsouras, his younger brother, had second in Moto 1. Moto 2, he repeated. Richard, a third and a fifth. Powell, a fourth and a fourth. Jimmy Wilson, a fifth and a third. So there's a three-way tie for third place. It's going to be interesting, as it always is in the surf, in the third and final moto of Pro-Am Ski GP.
Well, there's nothing ever for certain in racing. But if I were going to make a bet on anything at all today, it would be this final moto and who's going to win it.
There's a couple other classes you could be almost as sure. And we've got a rider coming in.
But with this class with so many good riders in it, we got a stacked field in this GP ski class, and yet Dustin has just absolutely dominated. It just goes to show you the talent of Dustin Matsouras and you know, his place among, you know, the history of legacy in jet ski racing. You know,
he certainly built that over the years, and it is well earned. And Tyron as well. Tyron is
not as decorated, certainly, but gosh, he is right there with Dustin in speed.
And we've seen brother on brother racing multiple times, and more times than not, Dustin has prevailed, but it hasn't been every time.
No, it hasn't, and even if he has, Tyron just is right there with him, and it's fun. It's both such good guys. You know, it's so cool. They're such nice guys.
Well, the whole Commander crew. I mean, no matter who you talk to, right? Absolutely spectacular. Always willing to give some assistance. And I mean, look at the line in Pro-Am Ski GP with a single exception. It is Commander. I don't have time to say it all.
No, you know, it really is amazing how absolutely dominant now that Commander GP1 is in ski racing worldwide. I mean, that really is the ski to have. It's clear, and they are just you know, selling a lot of them. Anybody that wants to compete at a high level, at any level, that's really the boat you're going to want. And it's hard to argue with that success, the success they've had. Just look at the starting line.
Well, I was going to say success. You talk about the only boat that has won the only boat that's won a stand-up national championship in Japan that isn't Japanese. It's the Commander.
It's the first time ever
in history.
First time ever they won. And it wasn't a Kawi, it wasn't a Yamaha, it was a Commander that won their championship, you're right, in Japan. And, you know, Dustin is particularly proud of that.
Yeah.
That's quite an accomplishment. As a manufacturer, and, you know, they build everything with the exception of the power plant.
Yep. They won the King's Cup this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Quentin absolutely dominated that. Of course, that was you know, wasn't your traditional King's Cup.
No, it wasn't, but
pretty
still
down on because of COVID, devastating effect on that event. But they pushed on and pulled it off. And kudos to all promoters all over the world that are able to push through and put on events despite the challenges that we've all faced worldwide, which have been horrible over the last year and a half. You know,
well, I'll tell you what,
been devastating.
Drake did a phenomenal job, as he always does, in Thailand for the King's Cup, as did Pro Watercross last year. The only series that was completed last year was Pro Watercross.
Yeah, very phenomenal. I mean, you know, AJ and Jennifer Handler that were able to push through the challenges and you know, work with sites, with towns that were welcoming to us. And we were able to pull it all together and pull off events during this horrible pandemic that we've all gone through. And I'm just, you know, praying and hoping that we're looking at the light at the end of the tunnel now. Kind of feels like we are. All right, here we go. Pro-Am Ski GP Moto number 3 on the line. It's been, as we've said, ad nauseum probably. It's been all Dustin Matsouras all day, and coming into this day, you know, we weren't sure, you know, what it was going to look like. Dustin had been sick before this event for a couple of weeks, really down, you know, and, you know, could have been Ritchuk, could have been anybody.
Well, you know what I'm looking for? Not the outcome, but the whole shot award. Who's going to get it in this third and most critical moto?
Ignite Fuel sponsoring the Whole Shot Award this weekend for Pro Ski GP.
Yeah, Derek Powell and the Syracuse Mafia coming through. Here we go.
Thank you, Ignite.
Wow, somebody ignited out there.
And they get a tremendous amount of support from Ignite Fuels, the Syracuse Mafia does.
Well, we look on the far inside.
Uh-oh. Tyron got a good jump that time.
A little bit of premature acceleration.
Oh, Tyron was ready to go.
Yeah, well, a little too ready.
Tyron was ready to go.
Well, that'll make it a little easier. 5 of Jules Hopkins. Jules followed him out there, but wasn't quite as quick off the band. All right, we'll have to see what the official call is there.
Yeah, you know, the surf racing really separates a lot of the riders. You know, this is a completely different world, and it really allows a rider of the talent that Dustin is to dominate even more so than he would, I think, at a flat water race, because he is so adept in the surf and has grew up in South Africa riding the surf.
Right.
And man, he can dominate in these conditions. And this is small surf, let's face it, but it still isn't a flat water race.
Oh,
Looks like Cam Powell with a great jump on the bullet.
yeah, that thing was shot out like a slingshot.
Again, Cam Powell with a great jump. And he's going to take the whole shot
On the inside.
on that inside split.
Looks like Richuk on the outside.
So Cam Powell's got a chance at this whole shot award. He's got a great jump. And that's not Dustin on the outside.
Is that Richuk?
That is not Richuk.
Jimmy Wilson?
That is Jules Hopkins on the
85.
outside, but it's going to be Cam Powell taking the Ignite Fuels whole shot award here in Moto number 3.
Dustin Farthing in 3rd. Looks like Dustin Matsouras in 4th. Tyron Matsouras trying to make his way around in 5th.
Well, this should be fun, Kurt.
Oh, yeah. Mix it up.
Cam Powell out in front. You know, Cam Powell, part of that Syracuse Mafia. Well, they're from Syracuse, Indiana. Not a lot of surf around Syracuse, Indiana. So these are conditions that Cam Powell gets to train in often.
Well, Jules Hopkins, we haven't seen him out front this weekend yet, but Jules totally capable of taking any moto win, and he is putting the pressure on in 2nd position. Looks like has Mats moved up there?
Yeah, it's Dustin Matsouras in 3rd place behind Jules, and here comes Matsouras. Matsouras charging in 3rd.
And Tyron in 4th.
He may not have the same urgency that he had earlier in the day with now 2 wins under his belt. However, it's Dustin Matsouras.
Yeah, and if Dustin allowed Tyron to get by, Tyron could take the overall. He's pretty close to the only one he might. Right now, though, it's Cam Powell. And Powell doing a great job out front. Dustin Matsouras going to try and move up in that 3rd position. Jules Hopkins, though, I don't think he's going to make it easy.
You know, we talk about the commander hulls. Well, the other hull that's out there, there's 2 other ones, and one of them being Bullet. And Cam Powell on that Bullet hull machine is keeping all these commander GPs behind him and looking good doing so. We saw him in Naples last year at the World Championships give Dustin a run for the money, and it was a knockdown, drag-out battle. And Cam Powell's got a lot of talent, and he's getting faster every race, Kurt.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dustin Matsouras is setting up Jules Hopkins, and he just makes the pass right there. They're still side by side. Jules Hopkins not backing out of the throttle, but Dustin made the pass.
And Jules goes way wide. Yeah, he held it on and just overcooked it. And now Mott sets his sights.
This is Naples 2, Red.
Here we go again, huh? Good stuff here in St. Augustine. Down the front straightaway, the race leader, 44, Cam Powell, with number 50, Dustin Matsouras, charging hard behind him. Here comes Mats on the gas, and he is going to track down Powell, and we are going to see a battle here, Kurt.
We got a battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Jimmy Wilson, Tyron Matsouras, Jules Hopkins, those 3 are battling the top 5, all within 2 buoys already. And don't forget, the Joker buoy going to come into play here. What does Camden Powell do?
Let's see who's
try and take it now. I would.
Let's see who's got the power down this back straightaway. Now they're going to be side by side coming onto the back straightaway. Who's going to have the speed? And Cam Powell enters that back straightaway
and goes to the Joker buoy.
Goes out to the Joker. He's going to relinquish the lead to Mats, and he's going to have to stay behind, close behind Mats, if he can possibly do it, to try to hope for a win when Mats goes for the Joker.
Yeah, Cam's got to keep the pressure on Matsouras now until he's just got to keep the pressure on all race long.
Right, as hard as he possibly can.
It's the only chance he's got to get, and there's not anyone out there that's more aware of what pressure can do and how to dispel it than Dustin Matsouras.
You know, not a bad strategy, I think, for Cam to take that Joker buoy early on, because now he's got the race in front of him. If he can stay in second, keep Dustin in his sights, that's what he's got to do to take the win here in Moto number 3.
Yeah, we had spoke about that at the last race, and Cam is really doing a good job of staying up with, let's call it what it is, the most decorated rider in Ski GP currently racing.
Absolutely, no question about it. And he's got his hands full of Mats.
He's going to the Joker, boy.
So Mats goes right away to the Joker, and that's not going to do Cam any good at all. Cam's not there to take advantage. It's going to close the gap, certainly. Yeah. And now we'll see if Cam's got anything for Dustin Matsouras.
Yeah, now it's pressure. And when you're done with that, apply some more pressure.
Well, just hope for a mistake by Mats is what he's looking for right now. Ride your own race.
We'd have to. We need a mechanical to move up.
Yeah, pretty true. But, you know, this is where you say you just ride your own race.
Well, Dustin just looked behind him. He saw where Tyron was. Cam was on the other side of him. So here comes Tyron. I mean, a half a lap, and Tyron Matsouras is all over the back of Cam Powell now. And here comes Jimmy Wilson to join the fray.
The missing rider in this is Matthew Ritchuk.
Who's that number 15?
And I don't see Matthew out there.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Real disappointment for Ritchuk if he's not able to complete this third moto, because he had a third and a fifth in the earlier motos today and a shot at the podium.
Yeah,
and he is the points leader coming into today's event.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
It really is. And let's see if we can figure out what has happened to young Matthew Ritchuk here, the winner from Sebring.
Yeah, if anybody from Matthew's pit can come up and tell us why he's not in this race.
Race leader, Dustin Matsouras.
Here comes second, Cam Powell on the 44 with Tyron Matsouras in tow. And I don't know if Tyron knows it, but Jimmy Wilson is creeping up behind him. And Jimmy Wilson is on fire out there in the surf.
Yeah, Wilson riding real hard as he always is. He always is charging. And he's going to try to make it tough for the other riders in front of him. If he can keep the pressure on, he may be able to slide into a podium position here. Let's see what he's got earlier today. Jimmy Wilson has come into this third and final moto with a fifth and a third. So he does have an opportunity at a podium today, depending on how things shake out here in moto number 3.
Cam Powell just stuck it hard coming onto the back straightaway, and Tyron Matsouras is taking advantage, starting to reel him in. Cam Powell got to keep the pedal to the metal, try and catch up with Dustin, and failing that, he's got to at least keep Tyron behind him.
And I do not see Ritchuk out there. Not sure what has happened, but that's a disappointment for our points leader coming into this round here in St. Augustine. Halfway to go for our leader, Mats.
He passes Zeke Kime. Zeke, a winner in a moto not too long ago, and here's Dustin already lapping him. Here comes Cam Powell and Tyron Matsouras, second and third right there, and Jimmy Wilson with a head of steam.
Oh, and Cam goes down, Powell goes down, and Tyron Matsouras goes right around into second place, where he's been all day long, right behind his brother. And now Powell in third. So it looks like it's going to be a couple of Matses on the podium, 1 and 2, as it stands right now anyway.
Well, halfway flags are out, Rick, and don't look now, but Jimmy Wilson is starting to pull up on Cam Powell.
Well, Wilson may have a shot at third place here today. he's going to have to get by Cam for at least a third in this final moto, and then we'll see how the points shake out at the end of the day.
Well, your leader, Dustin Matsuris, over on the far right-hand course, gets onto the front straightaway. He's about ready to lap Jules Hopkins. Second position, Cam Powell, and Tyron Matsuris making a huge move. Tyron Matsuris all over the back of Camden Powell. Cam looks over his shoulder. There's Mats. They're holding the throttles wide open.
That's Zeke Heim. He's putting down a lap, Kurt. He'd already gotten by Cam a lap earlier. Cam's 44. That was Zeke. He's just putting down one lap there as he comes down the front straightaway and around to the left-hand side of the course.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Rick. And as I look out there, the aforementioned Zeke Heim, there's Jimmy Wilson making his move.
Those two boats of the Powells, the Keim and the Powell boat, are very easy to confuse. There's no question about it, especially when we're at a distance we are, from the race course.
But coming to get that eye surgery, Rick.
I just rely on binoculars, so.
Yeah, still out front, Dustin Matsuris. Strong charge, couple laps to go. Think the white flags will be coming out here very soon.
Yeah, Dustin looked over at the scoring tower last lap very definitively to see where are we here. And he looks over, he pays attention. This is such a seasoned professional. Not all the riders look over at the tower. You can see some of them aren't paying attention at all. Dustin Matsuris just on top of the game, checking things out, knows where he's at, knows what he's got to do. And Tyron likewise comes by in second, third place Powell in fourth, and then Jimmy Wilson now starting to close that gap on Powell, looking for that third place position.
Yeah, that's really the battle out here right now is between Cam Powell and Jimmy Wilson. Tyron has already passed the lap rider. Jules Hopkins, he's in a strong second position, and his brother Dustin is he's in another zip code, maybe another area code.
He truly is. But the battle on the left-hand side of the course is Cam Powell and Jimmy Wilson as they go onto the back straightaway with traffic behind him. Wilson now really closed up the gap, and then now Cam pulled it back out by a couple of boat lengths. And let's see where they're at as they shake out onto the split section at the end of this back straightaway. That is a fierce battle taking place for third right now.
Wow, Cam Powell really putting the pedal down. He passed two riders that, and
I think Jimmy Wilson might have woke him up a little bit. He might have said, uh-oh, I better get it on here, as Tyron comes by the scoring tower in second, boat number 2, Tyron Matsuris out of Epinyani, South Africa, as his brother, our race leader, Dustin Matsuris. 44, Cam Powell out of Syracuse, Indiana in third, and then out of North Carolina, Jimmy Wilson in fourth.
As they separated themselves, it's easy to see. If you watch Dustin's lines, doesn't waste energy, sets the nose of the boat, follows through, drives around the backside of the buoy, and just keeps winning championships.
Yeah, well, Dustin, yes, he does, and he has more laps at speed in competition than probably all these riders put together in his career, and he is just very precise and in control, and it's just experience, it's just doing it over and over for, 20 years, and at speed, at race speed,
I'm going to go with 5 times as much as all of these combined, including his brother.
Yeah, probably so.
I mean, Tyron's been riding a while too, but let's face it, Dustin's been at the top of the heap for quite some time.
I've seen Dustin race in all types of conditions over the years, and he is a hard charger, whatever the setting is. And back in the moto surf days, man, he faced in all the other competitors incredibly challenging conditions in the surf in Oceanside, California, and he was up to the task. And you get that kind of experience under your belt. Everything else is cake.
We were fighting with Chris McCluggage,
Fischetti, Rios, Sheldon. You know, and those guys were on Polaris's during that series, the Octanes, but of course Dustin was on the factory Kawasaki team at that time with teammate McCluggage and Stephen Daliak.
Mike Coe on that Polaris factory team back then. Did well at that race. He finished third.
So Dustin, he has got it all together again. No problem whatsoever today. Absolutely one of the most dominant performances you'll ever see in conditions. The more challenging the conditions, I think the more dominant Dustin is.
Yeah, well, the easier it is for him to apply his muscle memory and his years of practice to just ride the boat instead of force it through. And that really comes into play in the end of the third and final moto.
You're absolutely right,
so
Kurt.
tired.
And not force it. That's what it looks like. He's flowing. He's always in a flow on the ski. And he's not fighting. He's not getting knocked around. He's just flowing, in control, but at top speed at all times. That's incredible.
And it really is incredible how comfortable he is at top speed. I gotta say, a lot of that has to do with that GP1 hull.
Oh, there's no
Granted,
question about it.
he's built it, designed it, worked on it for a century, for a decade.
He is one with that boat. There's no question about it. There's nobody with more time, possibly maybe his brother. I don't know. They're probably pretty much in the same ballpark of time on that GP1 Commander, and it's paid off.
It's impossible because Tyron builds, assembles each and every GP1. He doesn't have time to ride with Dustin.
They do train together, but you're right. Tyron is the master builder. He knows those boats. Dustin said he's better than me. I mean, he's absolutely the master at constructing a GP1 Commander, and he's the guy. I mean, that's who you want building your boat. And boy, that's quite a story. They've really become they're a manufacturer essentially, and kudos to the Commander crew because they have just created this hull, and now it is dominant worldwide. We're watching it here in Pro Watercross week after week, and it's phenomenal to see a boat developed like that from scratch to take over the entire racing world.
Right. And, you know, we've seen it in freestyle with multiple different hulls over the years. You know, different ones ascend to the top, but the Commander is the only one to ride it. I shouldn't say that. The bullet hull is definitely a good hull as well. It's just the number of GP1s out there.
The racers have chosen the Commander, and the results have spoken. White flag out, 1 lap to go for our race leader, Dustin Matsouras, Epinyani, South Africa, now in Phoenix, on that Commander GP1, and man, what a performance here by Dustin Matsouras.
And right behind him is Tyron. Now remember, Tyron has been way back in the pack. I don't expect Dustin to back off and let his brother by. No. But Jules Hopkins is there in front of him. Jules could be difficult to get by if he wants to make it that way.
No, he won't.
He probably won't.
Jules is one of the nicest guys I've ever met. And plus, you don't want to keep the boss of Commander, give him any trouble.
Well, it is the second time Dustin's lapping him as well.
There's that.
He might get a little angry. We'll see.
There is that. But when you watch,
we'll find out. It's going to come up here.
When we see a performance like this, a testament to Dustin Matsouras' ability, the ability for the Commander crew to build these dominant Commander hull boats that now dominate pro watercross and jet ski racing worldwide. This is what it's all about right here. Pure dedication to the sport, and it shows up on a day like today here in St. Augustine. Dustin Matsouras taking the win in Pro Ski GP, absolutely dominant.
Wire to wire in all 3 motos. Nobody has been in front of him all day long, not even in practice. And his brother Tyron comes along in a strong second position. That's the second place, so it's Matsouras, folks. Third position, who's he going to be? Camden Powell? We see the 2 Syracuse, Indiana riders coming through. Zeke Khan, he has lapped in Camden Powell going to make the drive. Pardon me. Jimmy Wilson comes across in third position, right behind Zeke Kime, I believe, in a lap position. And we're looking for the 44 to come around. Jules Hopkins comes around. David Cabrera makes his way across the finish line in this third moto. And the final rider across, Jules Hopkins.
Okay, we on? Yo, we're here.
Yes, we are.
Kurt Nolenberg and I.
Rick Lake.
Yes,
Here
sir.
we are.
Here we are again.
Well, we finished one day here in St. Augustine. Beautiful St. Augustine.
Holy cow.
Incredible races today. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Richard Ignacio putting it out there. Our thanks to JetTrim for providing the sponsorship for this all season long. Great racing today. If you had to pick a best ride by anybody today, who would it be?
Is that a trick question?
Well, no. I think we have different answers.
Well, obviously, I'm going to go with Dustin Matsouras. I mean, that's with the field that Dustin faced today, a full field of very, very talented riders, and I could have picked a handful of them: Matthew Ritchuk, Tyron Matsouras, Cam Powell, among others, that could have taken the win today. And knowing that Dustin had been sick the last couple of weeks leading up to this, I wasn't sure he would have the stamina for 3 motos here in this rough conditions in St. Augustine. So, to me, hands down, he was the star of the day.
I'm going to go with Devin Farthing.
Good call.
Devin Farthing is, he's an up-and-coming rider. Obviously, he's near the top of the heap in pro watercross. Going up against, the stiffest competition.
Yeah, he also faced great riders.
Right, exactly, in the U.S., and he did the same thing. He was dominant in all 3 motos.
Yeah, he was. That's a good call. I can't argue with that either, But I think all in all here in St. Augustine, Vilano Beach, this is just a gorgeous place. I mean, look, we look up and down the beach, and it's actually picture perfect. The Atlantic Ocean delivered some nice conditions today for racing. Not too much for some of our younger, inexperienced surf riders, but enough to challenge everybody and create a perfect day of racing, Kurt.
It was spectacular, And our thanks go out once again to Maverick, to Joel, the entire Pro Watercross crew. Everybody's just been phenomenal today. And for you out there around the planet, we thank you so much for watching. I'm Kurt Nolenberg. This is Rick Lake. We are out of here. Thank you.
Engine readings become memories. When history meets hospitality. grand spaces meet great places. And the Gilded Age meets the golden hour. Here, time off meets timeless. While dining al fresco becomes dancing all night. And tea time turns into me time. This is where old world charm meets new wave moves. And just about every night, music transforms into magic. St Augustine, Panama, Florida's historic coast, where meetings become memories. Visit us at myfloridameetings.com.
Ah, Florida. It's so good to see you again.
I'm an explorer who happens to be a conquistador.
You're not from around here, are you?
Well, that depends. You call this a flag?
Whoa, whoa, hey, man.
This is a flag.
Oh, on a boat?
Yes, of course. How else?
That's not regulation golf attire. I didn't see it in the pro shop. What are you
Viva
doing?
St Augustine!
Hey!
Viva Pontevedra!
Yeah.
I like these. You're 9? No.
Nice castle! But you're going to need a moat.
Well, I'm 493.
You're also going to need loopholes in the towers to protect the oblique right angles.
I'm very, very fascinated by this ice cream. It's delicious. When you get it up to about 2,000 degrees, can be worked like clay.
Hey, who's a new guy? Oh, he's really good. Yeah.
Did we get it all?
Just keep it under the water. Yeah.
You don't go on me!
Gosh! No, that's a really shiny sharp sword.
Senorita, please, that tickles.
Oh, 2 against 1. That's fine with me.
Actually, the last time I was at the beach, my boyfriend takes me there whenever we want to be like fancy and go on long walks and stuff.
Ah! Oh, gracias, senorita. Hasta luego. I have to admit, a man in my profession could get used to this.
But he's not my boyfriend anymore. Now he's my fiance because he went to the beach last time and he asked me to marry him and I was like, ah!
Nice.
Our history is not the same old story. There's always something new to discover here on Florida's historic coast.
You should see my Castillo.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have all the experience and support you need if you or a loved one suffer a trucking accident, car accident, or wrongful death. We're here to help you get up and hit back. Visit us on the web at 904hitback.com.